Casey Roan, a historian and board member with Maryland Milestones ATHA. I'm here at the old Parish House, formerly known as the Women's Club of College Park. This is the second stop on our virtual women's suffrage bike tour. So this building is believed to be one of the oldest in College Park and the only remaining farm outbuilding from the Calvert estate at Riversdale. For part of its life, this building served as the headquarters of the College Park Women's Club, which was founded in 1915 as the Progress Club of College Park. And this was one of thousands of women's clubs that formed across the country in the mid-19th and early 20th century as part of the women's club movement. These clubs were an important precursor to the women's suffrage movement. Many of them started out as literary or social clubs. They were pretty inwardly facing, but soon they began to take on a more public purpose, and their members began engaging in social and civic advocacy, working on issues like improving public education and improving working conditions for women and documenting legal disparities in how women were treated in American society. And black and white women across Maryland formed many of these clubs, and they sort of laid the groundwork for the women's suffrage movement. They taught women important organizing skills that would help them as they began to take on this more public purpose, especially throughout the suffrage movement. So through these women's clubs, they earned skills like organizing, fundraising, and identifying political support for their causes. And these were all very important skills that they would continue to use throughout the women's suffrage movement. These clubs also took on an important role after the country entered World War I in April of 1917. So many of these clubs completely dedicated their efforts to supporting the war effort. They were collecting supplies and encouraging people to conserve and buy war bonds and all sorts of things like that. And many suffragists believed that by contributing to the war effort in this way, they would demonstrate their patriotism and be able to increase public support for their cause. And arguably, they were successful. People really saw their contributions and their worth as citizens as a result of this war work. And not that long after World War I, public opinion began to shift in favor of women's suffrage.